This is a SKEWB, a Rubik's Cube that can only be turned by turning the half of the cube, like this. It has, just like a regular Rubik's Cube, 6 faces, with on every face 5 pieces. 1 big middle block and 4 corner pieces. While this cube may seem pretty difficult to solve, it's actually very easy, and it takes less steps than solving a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. So if you want to start cubing, this is a really good puzzle to start with. Hello everyone, my name is Joshua, but you might know me as DutchCuber, and in today's video I'm gonna teach you how to solve the SKEWB. Now, this puzzle is, like I said, very easy to solve, and it only takes a few steps. But first of all, I think you should need to know how to turn the cube. Like I said, the cube turns around the center, so you turn like half the cube at a time. You can't turn less of the cube. And it always revolves around one of the corner pieces. So I can turn the cube like this, or if I take this corner piece like this. So when writing down the algorithm for this cube, it's always going to be revolving around a corner. So I'm going to give the corners names. But for this tutorial, we'll only need to use the upper right corner and the upper left corner. And then it's just going to be with the clock or counterclockwise. The first step of solving a SKEWB is by making an entire side solved. Now, it doesn't really matter which color you choose for this first step, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to choose white first. The first thing you want to do is connect up one corner piece with the middle piece. I'm going to give you some examples, but this step is just kind of fiddling around with the cube until you figure it out, and it will get easier over time, but there's not really any algorithms for that. So just try to connect one corner piece with the middle and then look for the other corner pieces. Now I have this white, green, red corner piece right here, and it's gonna go right over here next to the other white, green piece. But if I move it to that spot, you can see it's not oriented correctly. So instead what you're going to do is move the other white piece out of the way, so you can connect up the 2 white pieces, and then you can just move back the first white piece. And now you have 2 pieces connected. Then you have this white and orange piece that needs to go right here. And that's lucky, you can just move it over there. Lastly, you have this piece, and it's already in the right spot but not oriented correctly. So you can take it out of its spot, you can move this white piece aside, put in the white, red, blue piece, and then bring back this corner. Alright, so this has never happened to me before, but it does show the simplicity of the cube. While showing you guys how to solve the white face as a first step, I accidentally solved the cube already. So that should kind of give you some look at how simple the cube is and how easy it is to solve. The second step of solving this cube is by aligning all of the corner pieces correctly. So as you can see, all of these yellow corners are in the right spot already. That's always going to be the case. That's the nice thing about this cube. But we do need to orientate them correctly. And there are 2 cases you can get. One is where none of the yellow corner pieces are aligned correctly. So that's this case. And if you get that case, what you'll need to do is find the 2 headlights, so 2 yellow corners on the same side, and you're going to hold it on your right hand. And then what you're going to do is do R prime, L, R, L prime, and the yellow corners are solved. Now, the second case you can get is where there are 2 corner pieces aligned correctly, and they'll always be opposite of one another. And there are 2 corner pieces that point kind of towards the same 2 sides. What you're gonna do is let these 2 unsolved corner pieces face to the left and to the back, and then just perform the same algorithm I just showed you. So R prime, L, R, L prime, and then you can see we have the same case like we just solved. So all of the yellow corner pieces are unsolved. We have the 2 headlights right here. Gonna hold it to the right and then just perform the same algorithm once again, and the yellow corners are solved. The last step of solving a SKEWB is solving all of the center pieces. So what you're gonna do is, with this algorithm, you're gonna swap around 3 corner pieces, 1 on the front, 1 on top, and 1 on the back, depending on how you hold the cube. So I can also hold the cube like this, and then I'm gonna revolve around these 3 pieces. So really pay attention to that. Just as an example, I'm gonna show you these 3 centers. So the green, the red, and the orange. The center pieces are gonna revolve towards you. So the back piece is gonna go on top, top is gonna go on front, and the front center is gonna go to the back. So in this case, we're gonna put orange on top, red on the front, and green in the back. So that means green is gonna be solved and orange is gonna be solved. And you'll need to look for these kinds of swaps to solve the cube. So you're gonna want to revolve the centers in such a way that you will solve some of them. So what we're gonna do is actually the same algorithm as before with solving the yellow corners, but just with another step in between. So that's gonna be R prime, L, R, L prime. Really watch how you're holding the cube, because this is gonna be important. You'll need to turn the cube around 180 degrees, and then you're gonna do the same algorithm again. So R prime, L, R, L prime, and as you can see, the orange and green centers are solved. Now you'll need to just use that algorithm to solve the entire last remaining pieces of the cube. And sometimes what can happen is this. And you might think that this is impossible to solve because you'll revolve around these 3 centers. But I have a workaround for that. You'll need to solve just any one of these corners. Centers. So I'll just choose red. So we're gonna solve the red, and we're gonna hold the center we are gonna solve towards the back like this, and then we're gonna do the same exact algorithm. Then flip around the cube 180 degrees, do the same algorithm, and as you can see, the red center is solved, and now we have just 3 pieces like this. So to finally solve the cube, we're gonna look at which pieces are gonna need to move in which way. So as you can see, the yellow is gonna go up here, so it's gonna move towards you, means you're gonna hold it like this, and then perform the algorithm one last time, just like this, and the cube is solved. Alright, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned how to solve a SKEWB. And if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, make sure to ask them down below in the comments. I'll make sure to answer every single one of them. I always do. And I will see you in the next video. See ya!